Everyone's in the room. I'd like to invite everyone to stand for the pledge to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. This meeting is called to order. This is October 21st, 2020 meeting. Commissioner Broomall will not be with us on this meeting today. Minutes of October 7th, 2020. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved. Commissioner Gibbon.
Earl Pine, second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the minutes at all? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Financial report and payment of the bills. Do we have a motion to approve the financial report?
Commissioner Gibbon, so moved.
I'll second, Commissioner Messer.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the payment of the bills? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Authorization. Okay, that was disbursement of funds. Was there anything for you, Steve Repo?
No, I do not have anything today.
Okay, first up on our agenda is the petition for annexation. Gene, would you like to, or Nick, one of you two wanted to tell us exactly what we're doing here?
I think Gary Bowler.
Somebody's got audio on something.
Yes, we've got to, hold on one second, please.
I would say
Not
to
sure, but we're
everyone,
getting some feedback.
yeah, I would say to everyone, if you're not speaking, just mute yourself. And with that, I see, I know Gary Bolus is on the call. Gary, can you, you're representing BPCCGE LP and the Ayers family. Can you tell us exactly what this petition's about, sir?
Yes, hi, Mr. Mayor and commissioners. Mr. Rollins is going to be representing us today, and he can answer some of the questions for us. I believe he's online.
Absolutely. Hello, Mayor. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Thanks. Okay, so before the commission today is petition for annexation of a tract of property, approximately 56 plus minus acres, that is located between Bell Hill Road and 279. Pursuant to the petition, we're asking the town to annex the property into the town of Elkton. And upon annexation, we're going to be asking the town to change the zoning to business industrial. I have already had communication with the powers that be in the county. They don't think that as of now it's going to be an issue in terms of switching the zoning. So with that, I think all the paperwork is in order in terms of moving forward on the annexation. I have had an opportunity to review the draft of the resolution that has been submitted. I do believe that it's appropriate. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions that either yourself, Mr. Mayor, or the commissioners may have.
Thank you. I think we're all familiar where the property is located. I would like to ask, I know this is only for introduction here today. Gene, could you, is there any issues with this parcel being annexed into the town of Elkton? You're on mute. You're on mute.
The parcel is actually within our growth area 2 and our comprehensive plan. It is, however, within Artesian's franchise area for water.
Okay.
So I'm not quite sure how that'll work out with Artesian if they will back off their franchise area, or if they are going to request to purchase water through us and then provide the property. I don't believe they have any infrastructure in the area for water. Mr. Rollins, if you know, I don't, then please jump in.
Okay, does anyone on the board have any questions or comments in regards to this? This is, once again, just for introduction purposes. There'll have to be a public hearing. It also has to go in front of the Planning Commission. Is that correct? And then it'll come back for us. Anyone have any questions or comments?
Our guidance would be from our attorney, right? Mr. John, you will be looking over that, right, John? You're muted. Are you okay?
Yeah,
You gave me thumbs up.
he gave the thumbs up.
Okay, thank you.
I have
Very
no
good.
questions at this time.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
No, I'm sorry. I have no questions at this time.
Very good. Charles, any questions, comments?
I have none. I have none either.
Okay. Very good. Well, guys, thank you for coming on. I'd like to have a motion, if we could, for annexation A3 2020 for the heirs property. This is being presented for introduction purposes only.
I'd like to make a motion for introduction only.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Lou, I think you're on for your town administrator's report.
The one thing I want to report, and I've already sent an email out. I attended the Board of Public Works meeting this morning with the governor, the comptroller, and the treasurer, and the Department of General Services agenda was approved, which included the sale of the armory to the town of Elkton. So it's a matter of time before we can organize and schedule the settlement on that property. And we'll be moving on that hopefully in the beginning of November. And after that, we'll be the fee simple owners of the Elkton Armory and the adjacent property. Well, the property on which it sits. So that's I wanted to report that officially.
Well, that is fantastic news.
It is.
So I think prior to our meeting, we were discussing that this process has been from the start, it's been close to 3 years.
Well, the armory was declared surplus by the Port of Public Works in 2017. And under the state law or the regulations, it had to be first offered to the county. And the county declined. So the next step would be to offer it to the town, and we took it from there. So it's been 1.5 years or 2 years in our going back and forth to get everything settled. But today culminated in at least the approval of it. Now, all that had to be done before the Board of Public Works would approve it, agreement of sale and the preservation easement and everything. So now it's a matter of just settlement.
Fantastic. That's great news.
It is.
Great news. Be a nice asset to the town of Elkton and be something that we can preserve for many, many, many years. I can actually see my office.
Turrets up there, I think. Huh?
I can see my office way up there in the
Yeah,
top.
a turret, one of the turrets up there. Yeah.
Oh, no, I really, yeah, I want one of those
Yeah,
turrets
one
up
of
there.
the turrets is
Absolutely.
yours. I know one of them up here is yours somewhere. Yeah, somewhere
Yes.
up there.
Oh,
It's in the dungeon in the basement.
Yeah,
yes.
the dungeon.
Okay. Lou, you have anything else to report?
No, that's it. I think that's all I had. I wanted to make sure the board was aware of the approval for that sale.
Thank you, Louis.
Thank you. I have nothing to report today. Commissioner Piner,
I have nothing to report, thanks.
Commissioner Givens,
I have nothing to report.
Commissioner Massimiano.
Well, I was on my way home yesterday, finishing a painting project behind the Northeast VFW, and Mary McGall called me and invited me over to the rec center, which I'm sorry to say it's the first time I've been, but I went and took the tour. Beautiful building. I was very impressed. And I talked to her about the murals that they want to paint inside. So at some point, probably soon, I'll be starting on that.
Fantastic.
A very nice building.
Okay.
That's all for me.
Okay, this is the time we open up the floor for public comments, and we have several different phone numbers on here. And if you If anyone from the public would like to speak, just unmute your phone and tell me your name and address, and we'll go from there. Okay, we got 3332. Go ahead.
That's me, Dick Lemon.
Hello, Mr. Lemon.
Lemon.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Nice to hear everybody's voice. I want to compliment you and Lewis on the job you're doing on Southfields. I'm impressed with the research that you're doing and the reports and the questions and everything. Looks like it's coming along pretty well.
It certainly is.
I wanted to ask about maybe these questions are too early, but on the Armory, originally you thought that you would have this fire group in there and they would be a source of income plus bring people into the town. I understand that's not in the cards anymore. So what plans, do you have any plans for that building?
Yeah, it's going to be used for public events as soon as the COVID plague's over. Can't have events there while we're in the middle of a plague right now.
And will that be a source of revenue?
I don't know how much revenue we'll get. We haven't determined whether it'll be a revenue generator or not yet. One thing you need to know, we got $175,000 grant towards the purchase price of that. So actually the out of pocket expense, not counting legal fees, is about $59,810 on the town's part. The balance is a state grant. So a pretty nice piece of property and a nice structure for 60 grand.
No, I really think that's a great thing. But you're going to have to spend some money to bring it up to code, aren't you?
We're going to spend money to probably, it's already, the restrooms and things I think need to be fixed up because they don't look all that great in there. And I
mean,
think
does it
maybe
meet electrical?
some asbestos removal.
Does it meet current electrical codes and stuff like that?
I don't believe so.
So you'll be looking into that, and that'll be something that'll take a while to get that done too, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's we're buying as is, so we'll feel our way through it. But we want to preserve that asset.
No, well, you'll do a good job on that. Okay, well, thanks for the update. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Lemon.
Thanks, Lemon.
Okay, we have another phone caller, 9415. Do you have any comments for the good of the town of Elkton?
I asked
Okay,
him to unmute, nothing, apparently.
okay, very good. So seeing none, it is now 12:13. This meeting is adjourned.
Wow.